Before we get absolutely shit-faced, I'd like to remind everybody that this podcast contains two very pissed-up gays of their opinions, rants and raves in life, and overall explicit content which we know you will love. Everyone and anyone is welcome to this podcast, so strap yourselves in, pour yourself a large one, down it just like us, and pour another, and let's get this going and read between the wines. Well, this new high-def camera is making me feel very exposed.
Tell us you have a new iPhone.
I've got a new phone. I have a new iPhone. Yes! Been fucking waiting for this phone to come.
Yes.
And I'm so happy because we film this podcast on our phones.
We do indeed, yeah.
See? We ain't got no fancy cameras here.
The power of an iPhone.
No fancy Canon or I don't know what fucking...
Maybe we need to have a look at that.
Yeah, when we start making money. And also, look, hold on. I can't sit with these on.
No, maybe I'll put it on my lap. Yes, our little gay pillows.
I know, I love it. Oh, sorry, hit my mic.
Show you to the cameras.
Show it to the fucking cameras, but we never edit the video. Yeah, look, I love it. Mine's pink.
Mine's blue.
Yeah, you'll see these on the night.
You will, yes, exactly.
If you've got fucking tickets.
So yeah, please, if you don't know what we're talking about, where the hell have you been all this time?
Well, yes. Yeah, actually, talking about it, I looked at sales today. Tickets are still selling fast, which is amazing.
Excellent news, that's what we like.
So we're super excited. 29th of November, 7:30pm, the Tramshed Theatre in London. Come and see us. We're doing a live show. Bigger and better than the last one. You've heard us speak about it in last week's ep, the week before, but we're going to continue to talk about it until the lead up. Well, actually, not just the lead up, the actual night as well.
Until the night before, yeah, exactly, yeah.
So very, very excited, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, thinking about it, it's a Friday, isn't it? So
it is
we would
Friday.
film that. Well, depends when we can be bothered. But yeah, we probably would.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely, yeah.
I'm just going to have some of my drink. Hold on, put my gay pillow away.
But yeah, tickets are still available, selling out fast, so jump onto Eventbrite, search and read between the wines, or...
It's just the way you say it makes me laugh. Yeah, you do it, because I mean, although you can't pronounce your R's, I get the whole thing fucking wrong anyway. So go on, do it again for the listeners, and I'll be quiet. Okay,
so it's on Eventbrite. You named all this podcast especially for me to struggle. Search the name of the podcast on there.
Some pills,
but also you can find us on the web.
Tablets. Hello tablets. Again.
It's tablet time.
This drink's nice, isn't it?
It is, yeah, really tasty.
Sorry, I cut you off then. Yes, Eventbrite, or you can get the tickets on our website, www.rbtwthepodcast.com. Did I get it right that time?
You did indeed.
Woo! Yeah. There we go. That's one plus. Or you can just find us on social media. I'm plugging the shit out of it all the time anyway.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And we must mention, this is all in aid of Seed Eating Disorder Charity as well.
Absolutely.
So please come and see us. Come and have a laugh. There'll be lots of wine. There'll be lots of fun. There'll be some pretty cool merch. And everything is going towards the charity. So
absolutely, yeah.
If anything, just come and support them.
Absolutely.
Fuck us. If you hate us, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just come and support the charity, because that's what we want.
Yeah, no hecklers.
No, we love a heckler.
We love a heckle. We love a heckle. That's true.
Fuck me, I hate this camera. I could have made a bit of an effort, couldn't I? But anyway, before we jump into this podcast and how outrageous it is, I just want to also say a massive thank you to the Why Wait to Change podcast, who mentioned us in their latest episode this week, and the event. So thank you so much. Podcast supporting podcasts is where you need to be.
Absolutely.
We've all got to support each other, right? And I couldn't think of anyone better to support than those lovely people that I hold very close to my heart.
Absolutely.
Jackie and Harry. So please keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for mentioning us. Can't get my words out. Please, if you listen to our podcast, ours is totally outrageous. However, as I said, I think in my post this week, I think there's a balance of what you need in life. You do need things that make you laugh and are quite, outrageous and doesn't take life too seriously. But then you also, on the flip side of that, you need content that we see every single day that actually hits home a little bit and makes us think and is thought-provoking and is issues which we need to talk about. So please, if you do listen to us, it's completely fucking different. But please listen to them, because where we just are two fucking clowns sitting in a pink room talking about glory holes, that podcast is actually really, really thought-provoking, hard-hitting, and it's something that I have been through, I've continued to experience, it's a big part of my life, and I've never found the platform to do it so perfectly like they do. So yeah, please go check them out, and thank you so much for mentioning us, and we are so excited to see you at our live show.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you mention the name of the podcast?
I did.
You did, okay. Good.
Right at the start I did.
Good, okay. Why wait to change?
Yes, there we go, see? Double whammy, but yes, I definitely did.
Good.
You know what? Before we jump in, I've got a fucking spot on my head. It's really hurting me. You know when you get your hair cut and they shave it, either I don't know if it's an ingrown hair now or whether it's just because I didn't realise I had one on the back of my head, and obviously I get a skin fade, but I've got this fucking spot.
Yeah, sometimes you get a bit of a rash as well sometimes when they do that as well.
That's not hairdressers. That's when it's time to go to the STI clinic.
Oh, what are you getting shaved at the barber?
There's Paul knows that talk about shaving now, isn't
really?
There? Yeah. There's this one that I didn't look for it. It came up on X or something, on Twitter, whatever you want to fucking call it. And there's this person. It's not shaving, but there is shaving ones apparently. Right. But there's a waxing one, and this person is a waxer, and he waxes man's genitalia, and then the man kind of like gets a bit excited.
Oh.
It's like there's all over X.
Oh right.
When you research this, what we talk about every fucking week, you come across some pretty strange shit, which we'll get into later.
Well, yeah, I'm sure we will, yeah. Oh, I can't think how's that erotic in any way?
Well, I imagine it's not like just me. I'm just going to put this out there. Being in the TV world and the film world and be an actor, not that kind of film, but you don't always believe everything that you see on TV. So I'm assuming that the wax itself is not erotic, but I think it's the person's grabbing the person and moving them around, and I think that's what they're trying to say makes... I'll show you it after.
Okay.
We won't watch Married at First Sight tonight. We will watch...
I think I've got somewhere else to be tonight.
What else was I going to watch tonight? Is it Married at First Sight? Did I say I wanted to watch? Oh, fuck. That's what reminds me. I wanted to put a Medea clip in this episode. I haven't got it now, so we'll have to do it next week.
We did refer to her last week.
I know, but that's why I wanted to put a clip in.
Indeed.
Anyway, I'm digressing. Spot on my head. It's really fucking pissing me off. But it's because I had it shaved.
You did.
Yeah. You know what I hate? Us. It's been a week since I've had my hair back to pink, and it was a week. It was a week being brown, and then I went and chopped it all off. I fucking hate that chair in the hairdressers. You know, like when you sit in it, and then they've got the little kickstool thing, and they kick it, dun, 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 and you start to go up. Yeah, but my tits were bouncing. You know, like you're bumping up on the only men will know this. I don't know if they have to have it at women's hairdressers. I doubt it. But when like you're in a man's hairdresser and they want to make you higher, they bump the chair up, but my tits were bumping up as I was going.
I'm sure they must have it for women's. It's all only about getting you to the right height for the hairdresser to cut, surely. I thought he was going to start throwing 20s at me at that point. Motorboating with his hair clippers. I was playing lap dance by
start making my tits bounce. That's how you know when you put some weight on, when you get in that hairdresser chair and they start hoisting you up. If I had nipple tassels on, I'd have gave a right show. Oh god. Another thing, Golden Girls. We've been watching the Golden Girls.
We have been watching the Golden Girls.
Oh my fucking god.
I mean, obviously, I'm very aware of the show, but I've never watched them properly. I've never watched episodes before.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I go through I've always loved it anyway, but I go through phases where I watch it continuously and then I won't watch it for a bit and I'll just watch some clips on YouTube. Now I'm in that phase where I probably want to watch it again.
Yeah, of course.
I fucking love it.
No.
Oh, and then one other thing before we jump into the week, we didn't mention last week Will and Harper.
We did not.
Which is one of the most beautiful pieces of cinema I've seen in a long time. Yeah,
so it's on Netflix. Obviously, Will Ferrell and his friend Harper Steele, formerly known as Andrew Steele.
I can't remember. Fuck me, you got a good memory. Harper Steele. I didn't know the surname.
Harper Steele. But yeah, it's a beautiful story of Harper's transition and Will Ferrell being Will Ferrell and internationally known everywhere. Taking her around the country, reintroducing her to all the things that she used to enjoy doing.
What did you say his name was before?
Andrew?
God, you got it right. Well done.
Andrew Steele.
God, I wouldn't remember that. But yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? It's a beautiful piece of cinema. And it also makes you question things.
It does indeed, yeah.
Things that you wouldn't have considered, or...
Absolutely not.
Situations that I wouldn't... Well, actually, to be honest, a lot of those situations that Harper finds herself in now is situations which I deem quite intimidating since I've came out. Obviously, I've not transitioned, but it's more difficult for me now to go into a straight bar than it was 10 years ago.
Of course.
Even though they probably all fucking knew. Definitely knew by the end of the night, didn't they? 6 Stellas in.
Sucking off in the toilets.
I wasn't doing that. Definitely not doing that. I can't lie though and say I didn't convert a few straight friends. Anyway.
But, yes, we diverse.
Shall we go into some news?
Yes, let's get some news.
Foo Fighters have announced their hiatus, haven't they, following Dave Grohl's very now public affair where he fathered a baby out of wedlock.
Yeah.
It's caused the band to go on hiatus.
Wow, okay, I didn't hear that. That's
a bit bad, isn't it?
Yeah,
you must think, like, fuck's sake, like, it's not their fault, is it, the band?
Well, I think that's... And this is a totally different story, but there was a band called Lost Prophets. I don't know if you're familiar with Lost Prophets years ago.
Never heard of them before.
It was totally different because he was basically a massive paedophile and molested very extremely young children. But now, obviously, the whole back catalogue of music that they wrote together has all been blacklisted. And the poor band, like, you know, can't get money. Actually, he became... No, I don't think he did. But anyway, the band this guy was in, like, their careers have been ruined just by association.
Well, this took a dark turn. I'd hardly compare Dave Grohl to a paedophile.
No, true.
All he did was having I mean, it's still bad, but he just had an affair and a baby.
Yeah.
He didn't, like...
No, that's true, yeah, absolutely not.
It was legal. It was immoral, but it wasn't illegal. Heartstopper is back.
It is.
With a new season, which has landed on Netflix.
Yeah.
This one promises to be the most hard-hitting yet, with the show tackling an eating disorder, which obviously hits home that this is not an illness, it's just for girls, and it's for boys as well. Now, I love Heartstopper. I haven't watched it yet. I heard that it was about an eating disorder, and I'm not ready to watch it yet, so give me a while. I know I've been in recovery for 3 years, but I still find it fucking hard.
Yeah. Well, they started to allude to it in the last season, didn't they? With Charlie.
I'd say I'm thriving. Like, I just ate a packet of crisps before I jumped on this pod tonight, but it doesn't mean to say that I don't struggle still.
Of course not.
So I will watch it in time. So I'm really excited to see how they tackle it, and I've heard already that it's beautiful and it's incredible. I mean, it's a great show anyway, but yeah, when I'm good and ready.
Yeah.
Course, but I'm excited, and it's a wonderful cast, isn't it? I fucking love Kit Connor.
And I don't know. The only shame is there was Olivia Colman could make it into the series.
Don't. What are you putting downers on everything? No. First talk about paedophiles. Now you talk about Olivia. Fuck me.
Well, that was such a nice scene when he came. What is Kit Connor's character called?
Nick.
Oh
God, he's so fit. Oh.
There's a sex scene in this one, isn't there?
Is there?
Apparently there's a sex scene where...
Oh, I take back everything I just said about giving it some time. I'll just go on Twitter. There'll be a scene of that. What was it that I tried to find? The scene from Saltburn. I didn't want to watch the whole film. I started to watch it on the plane to India, but I didn't watch it. But I just wanted to see that one scene. What do you do when you just want those scenes? You go to Twitter. That's where I saw that video of that security guard being banged by all those convicts.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And coming on to this next news story, I saw this as well on Twitter.
Okay.
I didn't know about this. This is a story that you've brought to the table, but an LGBTQ plus anti-activist, so he's anti-gay, Corey DeAngelis, has admitted making mistakes throughout his life in the wake of allegations that he starred in gay porn. Right. You brought this up. We said that we would slot this in, I think... No, obviously... This podcast, it's never rehearsed.
No, not at all.
We do throughout the week
do some research,
news that we want to touch, but that's it. That's all we do.
Of course, yeah.
We just mention it. We'll go off and do our own bits, and we won't talk about it until the actual episode, right? So today this happened again.
Yep.
We said, like, quickly we looked at the clip, and then we were like, right, let's not talk about it till we get on when we start filming. Anyway, on X,
Okay.
I saw
the porn clip.
porn clip.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. I will say, I don't know why he's been so cocky, because you remember before when we were talking about people that liked micro penises?
Oh yeah.
I feel like he's like got a gap in the market here. He's got nothing to be proud of. That's all I've got to say. But what's funny about it is he's an anti-gay activist.
Yeah, of course.
Who's starred in gay porn. Make fucking sense. Doesn't make sense. Fucking idiot. Anyway, we've got a statement. Well, he released a statement on X, and he also released a bit of a statement on TV, which was a long ass statement. So we've got a little clip of that.
Okay.
So let's
hear it.
Let's hear what he's got to say.
Okay, go on then.
Put a public statement out there on X, formerly known as Twitter, just acknowledging what happened. Look, there are images and videos circulating of me from my college days about a decade ago that I'm not proud of. They're embarrassing. I'm nude in those videos and pictures. And, there's been a cancellation attempt from the left in particular, and my political opponents trying to accuse me of hypocrisy. Their claims fall flat.
Make mistakes.
Makes
mistakes. Oh yeah, I've made some mistakes. I've got some some images and video out there of me nude. Yeah. Yes, you're downplaying this a little bit.
I know.
It's not just that you're nude. You starred in a gay porn video where you masturbated multiple times. And now you're trying to be like, oh, I'm anti this, I'm anti that. You're a fucking idiot.
He sounds like he got rejected by one too many men because of his micro penis.
Wow.
And now he's going against it.
But how does that make sense? Like, he is a anti-gay activist who starred in gay porn growing up. Like, I think if you didn't want that sort of shit to come out, you probably shouldn't have painted the picture that you were anti-LGBTQ+, because this will fucking find you.
Absolutely, yeah. This shit hangs around.
This will find you. And I dread to think what would come out about me, though.
We've all seen that video.
Do you ever get that sometimes where you think about it? Well, maybe not, because you're probably not as scandalous as I am. But sometimes I sit and think, and I just go off in a little tandem, and I'm like, oh, what if that ever came out?
I mean, I think you've let out a lot of things on this podcast
already. That's the thing,
isn't
it? I think that's why I'm so grateful to this podcast, because I'm like, nothing that comes out now really would shock anyone.
No, exactly, yeah.
Unless it was videos of me talking about these scenarios, which is possible. But I do think that sometimes I think, oh.
Did you know Corey DeAngelis before today?
No, I didn't. No. I wouldn't have. Not after what I watched today. No. Also, he's not even an attractive person. He looks like a frying pan.
I don't think I've really seen what he looks like.
I don't know. He thinks in that video. He clearly thinks that he's like God's gift to men, but he's not. Anyway, yeah. Oh, anyway, news done.
There we go.
It's October as well. We're not. It's October. It's spooky month.
It is a spooky month. Yeah.
I fucking hate
Halloween. Yeah.
You know how much I. So I was just checking at that fucking spider.
No, he's.
I fucking hate Halloween. Don't it really, like, this is a rant, and I haven't ranted. I haven't ranted a lot lately, but this is a controversial opinion. But I can't fucking stand Halloween. I can't stand anything to do with Halloween. I hate going in shops and seeing all fucking decorations.
Well, especially when it starts happening in like July.
God, it drives me mad. Yeah, I just hate it. I hate the fucking scary fancy dress costumes, slutty ones where everyone like dressed as ghost sluts and stuff like that. It's not a bit of me. Oh, saying that though, I do live in South East London, so you see a few goblins walking along the street. Let's go to a nightclub.
That's year round, isn't
see a few gremlins at the bar. It's Halloween all year round, Randy.
The old monster family walking down the road every morning at 9
well, yeah. Fuck me. I've seen a few monsters from around here.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I used to be into Halloween. Like, as a kid, my mum used to. I always used to pester my mum that we must run, like, have a Halloween party every year. We have one every year. Like, she spent ages on it. And I did enjoy it to a certain degree, like, into like later life, and then I just realised, no, it's just an excuse for people to...
I never let my... Obviously, I've got a teenage daughter, well, in 3 weeks' time, fuck me. She never was allowed to go trick-or-treating on my watch because I just don't trust people.
Oh,
don't fucking trust people. Yeah, but you grew up in a different area as well.
In the dark ages as well.
You grew up in, like, where did you grow up?
North London.
Oh. See, I grew up in South London, so I didn't trust people's doors, knocking on people's doors. That was an invitation to these people. You're like, whoa. So she was never allowed, and I never liked it anyway. I can't stand it.
Yeah, nowadays, it's not quite the same as it was when I was a young'un.
What were you going to say? Young'un?
A young'un, just a young'un.
Oh, I thought you were...
no, not young and.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing after young.
Oh. Well, it's October. As well as it being Halloween, it's obviously the month of abstinence. In terms of Stoptober, that's a thing. Isn't it?
Yeah. So you stop
drinking, smoking, whatever it is, right? So
I've never understood that. Like, why give it up for a month just to go back to it?
I don't know, but you've heard of like Stoptober, which is the drinks and stuff. Now, I would never. You can imagine me giving up alcohol. Fuck that. But have you ever heard? Now, you might have heard of it, but I've never heard of this.
Okay.
Of Locktober.
Locktober.
Yeah, you ain't got to act. If you've heard of it, you can say.
No, I haven't heard of it.
No, I haven't heard of it either. Now, I've seen what comes with Locktober. I've seen this before, but I've not heard of this, and it's obviously along the lines of abstinence. You get Stoptober, where you stop drinking, you stop smoking, whatever it is. Well, Locktober is something that people do in October.
Okay.
But it's not stopping drinking or drugs or alcohol, all that bad stuff.
Okay.
That you probably should stop. This is a 31-day event where you take the prized possession, the thing swinging between your legs or your thighs, and you cram it into a teeny tiny cage, turning it into like a little chastity penis.
A chastity belt.
Denied of any hint of release for the whole month. Well, it's like a little fucking hell shit we talk about. Oh God, it's making me shocked. I need to let out a little.
That's all that's caught you.
It's a little God. It's a little metal cage that connects to a man's penis,
right,
and locks. So you're denied of doing anything sexual for the whole month. Would you ever do that? Oh my God, the shit people do. Now, we could talk about Stoptober, but that wouldn't be right on this podcast. No. We have to turn it filth.
Wait, I've got some questions.
Well, you can fire at me, but I'm no expert. Go on, hit me with your questions.
So you can't take it off?
No, you
leave
can't.
it on for the whole period. So you have to go to work in it.
Yep.
I mean, I know we've had some confessions where people have left butt plugs in, but
we? I've not.
No, we've had confessions in from people.
Yeah, but you said where we've all left butt plugs in.
No, I didn't say where we.
Maybe we don't edit these things. People will think it's us.
No, not us. But a cage on your penis. Well, how do you? Well, there must be a hole for you.
But it's a cage, so there's holes in it.
Fine,
It's
okay.
just a cage.
But then it's a solid structure. I mean, what if you just get
what?
A chub on?
Well, you're not going to, are you? With that fucking cage on, it would be impossible.
Yeah, but surely you can't control that fully.
Well, I would imagine. Now, I'm no fucking expert, but I would imagine
kind of break your penis.
Well, it don't, because people do it all the fucking time. But I imagine the way it's on you, it's not pleasurable, so you probably wouldn't want to get around. Yeah. Well, anyway, like we're having all these fucking questions. I don't know what this is about. Maybe it's me being naive, but I've never heard of Locktober before. Thought it might be something fun to talk about on this episode.
Okay.
Well, there's a video that somebody's created which sums up perfectly what this fucking is. So maybe we'll listen to that, and then you'll stop asking me all these fucking questions.
Maybe it'll enlighten me.
So let's give it a whirl for us and for people that listen at home.
All right, it's time to lock up a boisterous Willy. The pubic enemy number 1 combines the properties of a cock cage with the tingle, pulsation, and pounding sensation of electrostimulation. Sounds exciting, and exciting it is. This is how you put on the cock cage. In the first step, you insert the relaxed wiener into the cage. To do so, use some water-based lubricant. Next, you'll put the clamp on the shaft under the scrotum and adjust it to the correct width. Fix the clasp so it does not slip down, but also nothing is squeezed. All right, now alternate the right length with the spacers and connect the cage with the cuff. You can lock the cock cage with a metal lock or one of the numbered plastic seals. Done! Well, almost. Give your prisoner a reminder and let him know with the property of label whom he belongs to. Depending on how well behaved your prisoner is, you can use the cock cage with or without electricity. To do so, you simply press the conductive silicone parts out before putting on the cage. Or you leave them in for extra taming. You can control the intensity of the impulses with a MyStim power box. How long your imprisonment will take is determined by you or the key holder.
A boisterous Willy. There you go. Does that answer some of your fucking questions?
I mean, I've never heard of Willy described as boisterous, to be honest. I mean, that was first.
Well, it won't be boisterous anymore with that fucking cage on. Now, this is a audio podcast. Obviously, we can't show what that looks like.
Thank God we don't have video on our podcast. Can you imagine what we'd show?
Well, we do have a new... Oh my fucking God, there's a fucking spider in the corner of the studio. Look, why does this keep happening?
It's fine, he's in the opposite corner, it's fine.
Oh, God.
Spider watch continues.
That's huge as well. We're not talking about the cage here, we're talking about the spider. We do have a new Instagram that's been created. We've not even spoke about that yet.
That's true, no.
So, oh my God, I can't stop looking at it. Not the Instagram, the spider. That's huge, look at it.
Okay, well, he's up in the opposite corner of the room.
Oh my God, let's wrap this fucking thing up pretty quickly. I'm joking. We do have a new Instagram, so maybe you can put a little video of the cage on there.
That's a nice idea.
No, it's not.
Maybe we'll link you to the video that we saw. Yeah.
Well, I hope that was enlightening for you to listen at home and didn't know what a cage was. But
I still don't get it. Like, that must be so uncomfortable, and like, it can't be flexible enough to, like, if you do happen to get an urge, like, what do you do? Like, break the cage? It's almost like
I don't think you can break the cage because it's so like it's like literally screwed shut with a lock on it.
Well, it's like Forrest Gump when he starts running in those steel boots and he starts snapping them all off.
When I was doing my research into these fucking like, honestly, in my internet search history, I saw one on X of like a guy, and he had obviously been locked up for 31 days last October, and as he opened it, he literally just exploded. That's how, like...
Oh, my God.
We'll come on to that.
Oh, my God.
But my question to you is, are you going to do LOCKTOBER?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I can't...
Oh, my God.
I mean... Yeah, as I said, like, I thought walking around with a butt plug to work would be uncomfortable enough.
Well, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, but I'd sooner do that than put a cage over my cock.
Somebody on social media gave a few tips to a pleasant October in your cage. One of them is, if you've got the pinching metal cages, shield your penis with a napkin, tissue paper or towel for comfort. Only watch goddess or dom and sub videos. Any outside porn of that will lead you astray, forgetting your purpose with the chastity cage.
I would recommend maybe not watching any pornography.
Listen to this one. Fill your alone or downtime with something else to do, like watch Habits for Slaves. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Oh my goodness. Like, that's crazy.
Who reads that advice think, oh, that's good advice? Fucking hell.
Looking for a new hobby. Obviously I can't masturbate. What do I do now?
I mean, I suppose it would give you a peace of mind if you suspect your partner of cheating.
Mm-hmm,
well, actually,
true.
no, it wouldn't, because that doesn't mean that they can't do other things.
I suppose not. You're mimicking licking someone out there.
No. No, I wasn't. If I was, then nobody would want to come near me. Did you see how I just did that? It's been a long time. You know. Well, I can't even. It's fucking chastity belt.
I don't know. Like, yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Like, I thought chastity belts died out with like the Saxons or something like that.
Well, it's back. It's like a trend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, well, 90s fashion is fine. Yeah, it's back.
Well, people take this shit seriously because that fucking spider's getting closer and closer to me. People take this seriously because people like obviously doing our bit of research into this because we are very naive when it comes to it. Somebody actually created a hypnosis, like a form of hypnotism, which is meant to help ease you in your cock cage, if you want to call it that, or it helps you throughout the month keep motivated that this is what you want to do. We got a little bit of a bit of that hypnosis. Now you tell me if you listen to this. Obviously, this the whole hypnosis session was, I think, like an hour.
Right. Okay.
So we're only showing like 30 seconds of it.
Yeah, I don't want to suddenly be hypnotized.
Okay, so you tell me after listening to this, does it make you want to stop recording, go out and buy yourself a penis cage? Ready?
Let's hear it.
In this moment, everything becomes simple. Your mind focuses with precision. Your purpose is clear. You are here to explore and deepen your obedience, to strengthen your submission in ways that bring you peace and fulfillment. Submission is always a part of who you are. You know that when you submit, when you let go, you feel calm and centered. It's in those moments of obedience that you find the truest version of yourself.
Don't you just want to go lock yourself up now? Fucking hell. Well, do you feel relaxed?
No, I feel probably slightly uncomfortable. I think I feel slightly more uncomfortable.
Never forget your goal.
It's almost like something like some creep would play in when they've taken you back to their place and.
Sounds a bit predatory.
Yeah, it does sound a bit predatory.
Oh God! Whatever happened to just abstaining from alcohol for the month? I know we just said that we wouldn't do it because I fucking wouldn't. But like, why not just
stop being such horny bastards?
God, they don't even look nice either. They look disgusting.
I can't imagine they're very comfortable. God, imagine the chafe.
Well, they're not, are they? That's why that person gave the advice to put a napkin in between it. I've seen, like, there are people out there that puts these on, and then the person, like the dom, like pushes it, and, like hits it.
Oh no, I'm not down. I'm not down for any of this. Full stop.
As I said last week, you imagine someone trying to tell me what to do. You want to put a chastity belt on my mouth to stop me talking? I mean, that came out so wrong.
Where's Ina's ball gag?
Why is it now running? So the people are going to get fed up with me on this episode. Look how fucking big that is. Right, we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to get rid of this, like, release it into the wild. We'll be right back. That wasn't successful. He's still here in the studio. We couldn't get it. He's, like, out of reach. We just wanted to usher him out the window, but I'm just going to have to fucking carry on, aren't I? Yeah.
I'm more comfortable with him in the room than someone with a cock cage, to be fair.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I'd imagine though that like that for me would be such a mood kill if I had someone round and they were like, "I've got something to tell you. I'm a sub and I'm spending the month locked." I'd be like, what the fuck is that? Get out of my house.
But surely they don't go and have hookups. I guess if they're sub, they want to
they do.
Get kicked in the balls.
No, they do. When I was reading about it, it's mainly... the people that lock themselves up is mainly bottoms.
Okay.
So they do.
Okay.
They just can't. They can still have the idea of it. I think is not to.
Oh, I see.
It's not to not have sex. It's that you can't. You, as the person that's locked, can't release.
Right. Okay.
So that's the idea around it, but they still can.
Okay.
I don't know what we're talking about on this week's episode. But yeah, there are people out there that go for hypnosis and, you know, strap themselves up for October. But yeah, dog's barking.
He's trying to raise.
That reminded me of that scene in Will and Harper where he's in the hot air balloon. It's like, shut up!
Oh yeah.
The whole neighbourhood is tired of your barking! But yeah, it'd be one hell of a fucking mood kill, wouldn't it? If you went to the bedroom.
I'd kick the person out of my house. I was like,
well, it would look like a fucking Saw movie prop, wouldn't it? You'd be like, what the fuck is this? Are we reenacting a horror film?
Like Hellraiser or like Pinhead. Literally Pinhead.
Oh gosh. Well, the person that wrote the article about it being Locktober also included in this article things that would be one hell of a mood kill if you were in the bedroom with someone. So I think the biggest mood kill for me of this episode is definitely that fucking cock cage. But should we listen to a few other ones?
Let's hear some of the others.
Tell me if you agree.
Okay.
I mean, this first one goes into like, it's very similar to what we said last week about the talking dirty being a turn on. Well, it could go the other way.
Okay.
So this one says bad dirty talk is one of the number one things that is a mood kill in the bedroom. So this person says, let's be real, there's a fine line between sexy and cringe-worthy when it comes to dirty talk. We're all about getting vocal in the bedroom, but nobody wants to hear the lines, I'm going to ejaculate. Seriously, who the fuck says that? Stick to phrases that actually get you and your partner going and leave the awkward ones at the door. Very true.
Yeah,
now,
very,
this
very
is exactly
true.
what I fucking said last week. Like, any form of talk just doesn't do it for me anyway. But doesn't that also sound incredibly British? I'm going to ejaculate away. I wonder if you imagine an American or a Latino saying that. Don't even try and reenact that. Doesn't it sound quite British?
It does. I don't think if you've got to use the word ejaculation, I think maybe you need a bit more imagination in the bedroom.
The next one is bad breath. So the dreaded dragon breath. Nothing kills the mood faster than a whiff of yesterday's garlic pizza. Remember to brush, floss and rinse before getting up close and personal. Your partner's nostrils will thank you. That is very true.
Also, to add to that, I don't know if this is going to be a separate one, smokers.
Well, do you want to stop jumping the gun?
It's associated to breath for me. Like, it's associated to breath.
I mean, yeah. So the next one is cigarette smoke residue. So, hey, smokers, we love you, but that lingering smell of smoke can be a major turn-off. Before you hop into bed, take a quick minute to freshen up your breath and banish that stale smoke scent. Your partner's lungs will thank you too. I hate smokers.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, I used to be a smoker, not a heavy smoker, but I did used to smoke, and
see, I've never smoked,
but not for long enough to really. Never got addicted, but I don't know, just the smell of it.
Yeah, it's
someone else's breath is disgusting.
This wasn't the reason why I stopped dating women, but I did date a woman once that smoked, and I remember we was in a sports bar. It was family owned. It was my family sports bar, and I was obsessed with this girl. Like, I was obviously only 16, and this sounds really bad, but she was like a friend of my mum's.
Okay.
So I always really, really fancied her, and she, you know, we went out one night and we got together, and then we ended up a couple.
Okay.
And I remember one night she took me outside and we were just chilling outside, and then she kissed me, and she just had a cigarette before then. And for me now, looking back, I'm 35, so this was nearly 20 years ago. I can still remember it and taste it. She ain't coming to this live one. It's not any of those partners that came. I actually quite like all them, and their breath was lovely. But this one girl, I'm not going to say her name then, she'll kill me. She doesn't listen to this, but I haven't seen her for, God, nearly 15 years now.
Yeah.
But I totally agree with that. Cigarettes is a massive turn off.
Yeah, no, I agree. It reeks. There's no amount of chewing gum that will remove the stench of that.
Oh, God. Next one is bad kissing.
Okay.
So kissing is like an appetizer to the main course. So making sure that you're serving up something delicious. None of that sloppy tongue, tangling mess. Please keep it soft, sensual and full of passion. Trust us, it will set the perfect mood for what's to come.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we said this last week. We don't like...
Yeah, I agree.
Or very toothy or gummy.
Yeah. Trying to put too much tongue in there as well. It's like...
I mean, it's the difference between a sloppy blowjob and a sloppy kiss.
Indeed. There absolutely is. If you end up like with saliva all over someone else's saliva over your lips, then that's
what lips are we talking about?
The ones on your face.
Oh, God.
Saliva down there.
Well, yeah, because I totally agree with that. Kissing is quite sensual.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive kisser per se either. Like, I sound on this podcast like I'm the most unapproachable partner ever. I don't like affection. I don't like cuddling. I don't like kissing. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not frigid, but I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. As I've said to you many times, just give me a bottle of champagne. I'll hit the sheet so hard. But yeah, bad kissing is a bit of a turn off.
Oh yeah, it's a massive turn off. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think
it's two more.
Okay,
the last one is my favourite.
Okay, so we're still last.
This one says terrible timing. So picture this: you're getting hot and heavy with your partner, and suddenly the doorbell rings. Talk about a vibe killer. Make sure you have plenty of uninterrupted time to focus on each other and let the passion flow. And if interruptions do happen, just roll with it, like the sexy champs that you are.
Okay,
that's fucking true, isn't it? It's always saying bad happens. With kids, it's worse, because this is why, like, whenever the kids, like, bells at home or whatever, like, there's just no chance. No one's even holding my hand in her company, because kids burst in at any fucking moment.
Yeah.
And also your fucking parents do as well.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like, that is an awkward one.
Yeah. No, absolutely it is, yeah.
You ever been walked in on? Or the doorbell's phoned? Happened to me. Doorbell's phoned? What the fuck's that all about? The doorbell's rung.
I've not had like family members walk into me. Like I've made sure I've never been in an act when I've been at home. But
in an act. It's not a theatre show.
I would give my monologue.
Oh God! I hope it ain't like that terrible talk that they were just talking about before.
But I have had people walk in.
I've had parents walk in on me before back in the day. Mid-flow as well. I embarrassed it. It looked like a cap rodeo. Oh, that was embarrassing. I still can't shake that one off. It's been 10 years. But that is embarrassing. That is a mood kill.
Yeah, it is.
Even if the doorbell phone, like if your phone rings, it doesn't bother me. Like, who has their phone on loud nowadays anyway? So like,
true.
I'd like.
I don't know, but the doorbell, like, leave them outside. Fuck it.
Yeah, but no, if it's parcel.
Oh no! Wait a second. That's my new phone.
You can fuck right off. If I've ordered something and it's the parcel, the vibe can fucking do one, because I want that parcel. And then the last one. The last one is stinky cock. Last but not certainly least, let's talk hygiene, honey. A stinky penis is the one-way ticket to no sex-filled population. You. So before you shut down and get busy, give yourself a quick wash down there. Your partner will thank you, and you'll both enjoy a fresher, more enjoyable experience. And there you have it. With a little bit of care, consideration, maybe some scented candles, you'll be well on your way in the bedroom. An experience that's hotter than hot. Now go forth and get your sexy on, but make sure you wash.
I think washing goes without saying. Like,
Just in general.
Oh, yeah. In everyday life.
Not even just your groin.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah. I think
there are people out there that like it like that, don't they? We've had this. We've spoken about this before. Some people like it.
What do they call it? Pheromone maxing.
I was thinking more like cheesy cock. yours sounds very sensual. Mine just sounds gross.
It's whatever word you use.
Or fishy fanny.
Fishy fanny.
Not just boys.
Well, exactly. Yeah. It's not just smelly cock. It's smelly vag.
God, this is disgusting. Do you know what we're funny to say? We need to tone it down a little bit on the live one.
God help us.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I think in any situation, if you're gonna, especially if you like are gonna venture down there, just make sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Unless that person likes it, and if that person likes it, then fine. But I still, even if someone told me that that's what they liked and they asked me not to do it, I've actually been in situations like that before. I still couldn't, like, I struggle with that, and I'm like, no, that doesn't sit well with me. Like, I know you might like it, and that's great for you. I love that for you.
Yeah.
I don't love that for me. I don't want anyone coming near me if I don't feel clean.
Here's a tip. Take a little bottle of hand sanitizer and pretend that it's lube. Clean it for.
That would fucking kill. You imagine? Could you imagine? That would fucking hurt. That reminds me of that fucking mint shower gel.
Oh god, yeah, that's horrible. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've got a story about that, but I'm actually, for once, I'm not going to say it.
Okay. Save it for the live show.
Maybe I'll bring it up in the live show. There's a story about me and that fucking mint shower gel. That and a Rituals shower gel as well. There's two stories. Maybe if you're in the audience, the live one, shout out. Tell us that shower gel story, then I might bring it up. Well, that was filth.
As usual. As usual.
Well, it was educational.
It was educational, yes, exactly.
I totally agree with everything that they said was bad mood kill, but also
Absolutely.
Locktober, something I'd never considered, never knew existed, and I will not be doing it.
No.
What are we now? October the 6th?
6th, yeah.
It's too late for me to do either.
Thank God for that.
I couldn't do Stoptober because I've had a drink. I had a bottle of champagne yesterday. Locktober, that's a no comment on that one. On that note, let's listen to some Slutty Confessions.
Let's give it a try.
Well, after the chastity talk, I'm not sure any of these will quite hit the same, shall we say?
Well, you know.
Right, hold on, let me get comfy. Still really nervous about the fucking spider because it's disappeared now. Watch it come down. Hit me on the fucking forehead midway through filming.
We're fine.
Always me. What was it? Moth last one?
Moths last week, yeah.
Oh my God.
Moth attack.
Mouse. We've had a mouse.
Yeah. Not in the studio, thankfully.
Well, no, but to be honest, I'd rather the fucking mouse than the fucking spider. Anyway, yes, Slutty Confessions.
Yes, Leslie, that's what we're here for.
Right, so the first one this week, we're giving it to the girls this week, actually.
Okay.
There's a few girls over the guys. I mean, there's a mixture, but I am a 22-year-old girl, and I took my 19-year-old girlfriend, as in friend that's a girl, to a glory hole with me today. Now, I love this one because before I go in to read the story, we always talk about glory holes.
Yeah.
We probably should have one for the live. You know, like Loanna had the vag. Oh my God, we need a glory hole. Oh my God, we need a glory hole where we can get the people that have come to pose with it. The RBTW glory hole.
Please.
Right, we know what we're doing this weekend. We're creating a glory hole. Don't we need one? Not to actual fucking use it.
Well, yeah, exactly. I don't want people getting carried away and
no, but they can like pose next to it.
Put their mouth through the hole.
Anyway, I digress. But if you are coming to the live show, don't be surprised if you see a glory hole on stage. Anyway, it was her first time at the glory hole, but I go a lot. This might be a bit of an understatement. I practically live there. She was very excited and nervous. We got a little drunk before we got there and did some drugs, shall we say, before we arrived. We set up in the room that had a reverse glory hole. That means our bottom halves are on the guy's side of the wall, if you know what I mean. I ate her out of it and then got her set up in the hole. There are optional restraints and she wanted to be strapped in, so I was happy to help with that. It wasn't long before she let the first guy slide in. She loved it. He said that he was going to ejaculate and fill her up. She was shocked when it happened, but she'd assumed they'd used condoms and we'd never actually talked about it. Luckily, she enjoyed it and wanted to continue. Now, I am impressed. Impressed. I say impressed. I'm not impressed if you're practicing unsafe sex at glory holes. However, it's usually a man.
Yeah, I thought it was predominantly like gay.
Well, when we read these stories and when we get the glory hole stories, it is usually men. Yeah. Which is why when this one came up, I was like, oh, this is one we need to read out.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I've never really thought about women going to visit glory holes. Like,
when she said that, let me reread. We got a little. This means our bottom halves are on the guy's side of the wall. So I'm assuming that means that the top half goes in the hole, and then the bottom half is exposed.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
Well, it says this means our bottom halves are on the guy's side of the wall, which means they set up, probably dive in, hold it, and then their bottom halves are already on the guy's side, so they can't see.
Oh, maybe.
Fuck me, I'm learning. That's a very juicy confession.
It is indeed.
Girls.
Yeah. Well,
love the confession. Love the. I should say spontaneity of it, but please practice safe sex.
Yes, please do.
We don't. Yeah, you don't know who you're going to meet at the glory hole.
Load of dirty bastards.
Which is why you probably shouldn't go.
Exactly.
We can promise at our live show that the glory hole will be safe. An inviting space.
It'll be the most pink,
full
fabulous.
Of fun. We'll be locked up, so we won't be able to do anything anyway. God.
Speak for yourself. Speak
Listen,
for yourself.
I'm not fucking putting no cage on me. I don't fucking think so. So I need to lubricate my throat. This is delicious.
It's nice, drink. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway, next one. I'm a female, 26 years old, and I can't stop flashing strangers my tits. Woohoo! I have great tits, and I don't mind showing them off to random strangers. Usually when I go shopping or to the petrol station, I'll find some cute guy who's by himself. I'll get his attention from a little bit of a distance, and then I'll play with my tits, and eventually raise my top up and expose my titties. Usually the guys just smile and have a pleasantly shocked look on their faces. I can't stop doing it. I mean, good for you, girl.
Yeah.
But public indecency is a crime in the United Kingdom.
It is, I suppose. Yeah. I'm sure you'll be hard pressed to find any guy who's going to report her for flashing these amazing tits at anyone.
I would.
I mean, yeah, we would. Yes.
I don't know though. After the way my tits jiggled at that hairdresser's last week, maybe I'll just start flashing my titties. Oh, you could just do it. You could just move this online. If she wanted to...
Yeah, make some money from it.
That's what I was about to say. She could make some fucking money from that. So, good confession, but you're selling yourself very short.
Indeed.
Don't go to petrol stations to flash your boobies. Why don't you go to chat roulette? Or...
Is that still a thing?
I don't know. Just trying to offer some advice here.
Start your OnlyFans.
Oh, gosh.
Facebook Live. I don't know.
Facebook Live? Fuck me. Or X. Apparently that's where all the fucking porn lives.
Right, yeah, apparently.
The next fucking hell. I am a 20-year-old girl and I work in a pub and I let the locals touch me all the time. I work in a little village pub in the UK and there's one group of locals where not one of them is under 60 and most of them are over 70. I'm a petite 5-foot girl, have a nice perky bum, C-cup boobs, majority of the time showing my cleavage off on wearing a skirt or a dress. This group of locals always buy me drinks when I'm working that I can have after, and I usually sit with them. They always touch my thighs and slap my bum and hold my waist, and I love it. It actually makes me really wet now to think about it. I can't believe I'm reading this last bit. I'd love to get fingered by one of them at least, but don't know how to make that happen. Fucking hell. You can't take the 70-year-old in the toilet.
Oh, why not?
Oh, okay. The floor is yours to give advice on this one.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he would not say no.
I'd want a bit more than a drink if they're going to finger me, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a couple of £100.
I couldn't even give it away at the moment. I mean, is that not prostitution?
Well, no, because he's not asking for money for it.
But I don't know if maybe I'm naive there, but is prostitution just money though, or she's been given drinks and being bought drinks? That sounds like escorting to me.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if
I'm interested to understand why she wants the over 70s to do it to her though. When if she's go on.
If it's a small village, maybe there's not much talent. Not a big talent pool.
Or maybe she's into daddies.
Maybe she's
or
into
granddaddies.
Oh, well, there we go.
We ain't had a daddy chat in ages
We haven't
on
had
here,
a
have
daddy
we?
chat in a long time, yeah.
Silver daddies. Do you remember that? Remember that conversation about silver daddies?
Yeah, silver daddies, yeah.
God, that must have been like one of the first episodes.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
Oh no, it was. I was
think
skinny
that was not
when
that long ago.
I looked at the footage. The girls. Looks like I've had a boob job since then.
Oh dear. Well, that's
what I ate earlier.
question.
Like fucking earlier when I was setting up the payment, like the sum up for the live show, and like they made me take a photo of myself. And that fucking app, those fucking apps, it did it on Barclays as well the other day when I was trying to authenticate my account. It says put your face in the oval.
Yeah.
So I put my face in the fucking oval. I take the photo. Then all of a sudden, it's your whole body. My tits were on show for both the Barclays photo and the sum up one. They were just like hanging over the bed, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds." I was like, "Fucking hell." Oh, fucking hell. Maybe I need to get myself a part-time job in this bar. Somehow, she's a petite 5 foot pretty girl. I don't think safe. Now, trigger warning on the next one.
Okay.
This one involves food.
Okay.
When I read confessions like this, it does make me question what the fuck we're doing every week and why people listen still. 250,000 down. Well, over 250,000 now. People download this shit.
Well, here we go.
She says, I'm a girl and I need a sausage in my pussy. A month ago, I saw a video where a guy inserted a sausage in the vagina of a girl while she was eating food. And since that day, I want to try talk with people why somebody inserts a sausage. Not a toy, not a penis, just a sausage. Or put it in my ass and eat it after that.
Oh. Maybe she should meet up with Keir Starmer.
That's such a good idea. Look, we're matchmaking.
I've released the sausages.
She'd be like, yes!
Put it back in me, daddy.
Oh. Fucking hell. I'd hope it's a cooked sausage, though, because if it was a raw sausage, it would be very flaccid.
Remnants of, like... and if it breaks up inside you...
Oh, it would look like discharge.
Oh, it'd be like you've got a massive cyst or something coming out of your vagina.
Oh my god. We're so sorry. We're so sorry to the female listeners. We don't imagine that looks like a cysty vagina.
No.
51% of our audience are female. We've got to remember that. Well, girls, if this is a curiosity, please let us know, and we will be more than happy to supply Richmond sausages on the night of the live pod.
Already cooked.
You know, start making a list. Glory hole. So we need some plywood. We need some plywood and a saw.
And a sheet.
We need some Richmond sausages. What else do we need? What else have we said we need for the live one?
Well, I'm sure our listeners can...
cock cages.
Cock cages.
We need those as well. We better
There'll be a cock cage on every seat.
Better start doing a Temu order. Fucking hell. Next one. I'm a female urinal. So, I know most of you will think this is gross, but whatever. I absolutely love pee. I love sitting on the ground with my legs pressed together and having someone pee into my lap and having a puddle form, and then opening my legs as I feel the rush of warm pee run all over me. I love the way it makes my hair smell when I'm completely soaked and I let it dry. I then love the stale taste it leaves in my mouth. I don't know when it exactly started, but I can't get enough of it. I mean, I know that this is a fetish and I know it's a kink, and to be honest with you, I don't necessarily think it's that gross until I read it like this.
And do you find the most extreme versions of these?
Look, in the gay world, it is a well-known thing, especially amongst gay men, that sometimes that's like attractive. It's a way of asserting dominance. It's again, it goes back to that dom sub thing, which is fine. If you're in the shower, whatever, that's fine. I mean, I personally don't see an issue with that. Letting your hair dry
with it on it still,
so you can smell your hair and then the taste in your mouth. You know what that reminds me of? And I I don't know if it's the same thing, but you know when you like drink a sugary drink the night before and you get drunk and then you go pass out in bed and you wake up the next day and you're like,
Oh.
What the fuck did I drink last night? Imagine that. Imagine going to bed drinking a shit ton of piss and then waking up and like, oh, God. I hope it weren't morning. God, girl, I don't understand it. But
I don't understand it either.
Thank you for sharing it. I don't necessarily take issue with the peeing into your lap. I take issue with drying your hair and having it smell, because if you get on the fucking Elizabeth line and I'm on that train and I sit next to you,
yeah.
Now that's what it is, isn't it? That's what it is when we get on that. Now we know what it is when we get on that fucking train of a morning.
Oh, pissy hair Patricia's on.
Oh
the
yeah,
train.
pissy Patricia's on again. Pissy hair Penelope's on. Thought she got the 810.
Postman Pat.
Oh no, don't, because Postman Pat's been in my head all week. Oh God, wait, we ain't got many more. 3 more. Slutty prison guard. I'm a 30-year-old woman who works in a woman's prison, a maximum security prison, which means I work with the worst element of people. This is what makes me incredibly excited. God. In everyday life, I look rather modest, and I usually behave that way. But being around women who have done so much atrocities in their lives makes me quite horny and makes me want to be a whore. I won't lie, each of my work colleagues could count me out more than once. I go to the break room, stick my ass out and get charged like a cheap whore. I come home smiling and happy with a strange satisfaction in my heart. Now, we all have a bad boy and a bad girl, but not a fucking convict.
What is it? Like, I don't know. I don't think we have this in the gay community. Do we? Like, gays don't really want to chase bad boys.
It's more of a straight thing, isn't it?
It is more of a straight thing.
I'm like, I don't want a bad boy.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I want a stockbroker with a house and a champagne cellar. Listen, in fact, you don't even got to be rich. You just buy me a bottle of fucking Bolly once a week. It's £40. That's all I want.
There we go.
Bad boys, bad girls. This is what I've said to you. I think I said this like in one of the early episodes.
Yeah.
There's nothing more attractive to me than someone with a degree, with a decent job, with a lovely family. I would say with strong morals, but that's lies. You can have no morals. That doesn't bother me. And just something going for yourself.
Yeah.
Bad boys, bad girls. Fuck off. That doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
So
massive red flag.
I all understand that people love a bad boy or a bad girl, but not a fucking terrorist.
No, exactly.
Or a murderer. Girl, I think you're in the right fucking job.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I wonder if she has like a level, like someone who's like a shoplifter. You call yourself a bad person.
Fraud. They don't get me wet. Oh, I committed such a bad crime. I'm in here for like 10 years. What? Cyber fraud.
You got caution. Fuck off.
Is that it?
Parking tickets don't count. You can't.
She'd love Gypsy Rose, wouldn't she?
It's probably your wet dream.
Yeah, the prison confessions of Gypsy Rose is a porno.
Oh, God, she's butters.
Oh, what Gypsy? We love Gypsy Rose. I don't anymore. That cheating whore that's now cheated on her husband.
Yeah.
Why am I villainising her for being a cheating whore when she killed her mother? We'll forget about that, don't we? There's 2 more that I think I need.
Okay.
I think I need to go to bed. This is a spooky season confession.
Nice, okay.
I think it would. This is a guy.
Okay.
I think it would. This is a spooky season confession, and I must say, I think it would be hot to have a big burly man wearing a gas mask or a Jason mask from Friday the 13th at Halloween to have rough sex with. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Maybe a future boyfriend would come into the room naked wearing the Freddy or Jason mask. I ask him mockingly, "What's that?" He never responds, and he proceeds to take what he wants, uses me as he pleases. Then after he's done, leaves the room, and then comes back dressed, acting normally. He'd deny it and says he has no idea what I'm talking about when asked. Is it weird to find that hot? I didn't think so to begin with, but now I've read it, sounds quite fun, doesn't it?
I don't know. I think it might have been one of the gay news sites did something because it was the spooky season about who would you rather. and they did this very thing not that long ago.
I'm gonna let into a little bit of a confession now, and I don't know why I'm sharing this, because I feel a bit stupid now in hindsight. A bit similar to this. So years ago when I was single, I met this one person, and I would regularly see them and hook up with them, and he always used to say to me, I will I like he used to be like, it gets me really turned on, like, because I would like drive in my little car to go like meet him, live about 20 minutes up the road, and he'd be like, I find it really hot if I would like you come in and I pretend I'm asleep, and he would like come in and he would have the covers on and he'd pretend to be asleep, and I was like, this is really weird, but we'd do stuff, and he fucking lying bastard told me that it was a kink of his to like for us to like just hook up and then forget like that didn't happen, and he always was interested in like being asleep. Right. I came into contact with this person not through like that a couple of weeks ago on Instagram, messaged me and asked me how I was doing. Didn't even realise I was on my Instagram, but do you know what he fucking told me? He said he had a little confession to get off his chest. He wasn't into being asleep. He always just thought that I was too femme, and he didn't like the fact that I wore makeup.
Oh my god.
I was like, this was 10 years ago. I was raging. I was like, he was like, I always really liked you, but you were always a little bit too femme, and you wore makeup, which was a turn off. And I was like, you fucking bastard.
Yeah.
Fucking bastard.
Why bother coming back after all that time to say that?
Don't know. Since we've done this podcast, some people just love to piss me off. Don't know why. That fucking confession made me remember that.
No, there we go.
I was like, what I did want to say, and I didn't, because I don't really want to talk to this person, but what I did want to say is, I was glad that you used to put the cover over your face, because you're fucking ugly as well. Honestly, he looked like a dump truck. I was this young, I was curious, I was still like experimenting, I didn't know whether I wanted to be boys or girls, so I'm going back like years now. I thought, you cheeky bastard. I'm like, I am like, I don't like to blow my own trumpet very much, but I'm 10 times better looking than he is. Yeah, and I'm like, you... Now I'm debating whether we should leave that in. Fuck it, I don't care. I don't fucking care. And then the last one, now I've just bared my confession. I laughed at it in the end. I thought, babes, it's 10 years ago.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't really care. Like,
I moved on with my life.
I forgot all about you. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
The cat. Maybe because I did a really like catty remark there that the cat just... but yeah. Don't know why he thought the need to confess that to me, because I didn't really give a shit. But anyway, last one. Okay. So I'm a gay guy, and I recently jerked and sniffed my mum's boyfriend's underwear. So they've just got together, and he would usually talk about his jail days. Context on him, good-looking 40-year-old, tattoos everywhere, was a bit of a hood guy, if you know what I mean. And he would talk about how much he hated gay guys, which always sounded quite insecure to me. One day, no one was home, and I saw his dirty underwear in the bathroom. So I got them. I went to my room at the time. I instantly got horned up. I fucking hate that phrase. There was some... Oh, my God. There was some pre-cum on them, and I sniffed them, and I even put them on, which got me really going, and the thought of his penis and pre-cum against mine, as they were tight whities. This isn't really a crazy story. It's just a confession.
I mean, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, we've had these confessions before, haven't we? Where they confess to like
sniffing other
underwear and stuff like that. So it's not. That's not really a.
Like your stepdad.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Thank you for putting the context on it, because I forgot that key element of the story. Yeah, like we all. Yeah, again, everyone. Well, not everyone. Some people love underwear, but maybe not your dads or your stepdads.
Yeah.
Taking it a little bit too far.
I think it's a little bit too close to home.
Oh, well, anyway, let's go put our chastity belts on.
Yeah.
For at least 1 week, anyway. Maybe we'll whip them off next week when we're filming the next episode.
Oh,
or why don't we keep them until the live episode? We'll do a big reveal on stage. Yeah, there's no chance.
Not happening. Not happening.
Well, scandalous episode, but thank you always for listening to us drone on.
Absolutely,
It always gets more and more controversial, outrageous every week, and that's why we do it.
Absolutely, we're here for that.
I don't know why people love hearing it, but they fucking do.
They do. We're all in this together.
Well, yeah. As we said, we like to poke fun at life, and talk about the things that people don't like to talk about.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what we're here for. So yes, thank you so much. If you haven't got tickets for the live, please do. They're selling very fast, actually.
Indeed.
So you can get tickets by visiting our website at www.rbtwthepodcast.com or searching Read Between the Wines, the live one, on Eventbrite.
Indeed.
And then you can also follow us on our socials.
Yeah, absolutely. We're on TikTok, RBTW Official. We are also on Instagram now, which is RBTW Podcast, I believe.
Know, you set it up, babes.
I need to remember that one. The one I set up, I can't remember. Anyway, RBTW Podcast, I think, on Instagram.
Or just find them from us. Find it through us.
Absolutely.
But yes, thank you so much for listening, as always.
Please do continue to subscribe, give us a little comment, a
5-star
rating.
review, we'd
Absolutely.
love that. But we would love nothing more.
Yeah, so yeah, we're all over the place, quite literally.
Download the episode and leave a comment and tell us what you want. We'll strap ourselves up. But yes, you can find us on Amazon Prime, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Audible, and the website as well. You can listen to us on the website as well, and all streaming platforms. So with that, we're going to wrap this one up, and we will see you on the next one. Laters!
Bye.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel